Hi, my name is Michael Covarrubias. I have diabetes, type 2 diabetes. And I'm not going to get too much into the difference between type 1 and type 2 right off the bat, but I will eventually. Simply, that means that my body produces insulin, my pancreas works, but I have resistance to it. And there are all sorts of reasons why, and there are things that I can do, strategies that I have to help it become more responsive to the insulin. Um, I'll get into that in another gripping, exciting episode. The story of my diagnosis and the story of when I realized that I have diabetes is a little more eventful than a lot of the stories. But I want to do this because when I came out of the hospital, I had a friend, a local friend. I had my mother, her experience as diabetic. My father's a physician, and so being able to ask them questions and being able to say, "What this is something's happening. What do I do? Is this a problem?" And having their advice was really helpful. And not just medical advice, but also just practical advice. Do I have to? Am I always going to have to do this? Am I always going to have to pay attention to that? Um, am I ever going to be able to figure out this or that system? And they helped me a lot with telling me this is what you're going to have to make sure to do. This is what you don't have to worry about. This is what you kind of do have to worry about. And after a year now, I haven't solved it, obviously. I haven't, got all the answers, all the secrets. I didn't go to school and study and become an endocrinologist, but I've figured out a few things so far. I know a few things now that I didn't know before. I still have to decide where I'm going to look on this camera. I'm not sure. Am I going to look there? Am I going to look there? Is eye contact a little too freaky? There might be somebody that doesn't have something necessarily to learn from me, but somebody that's in a position to get some support from the community, from me as a part of the community. And I found out, another friend wrote to me and said, I just realized that I had diabetes. I said, ask me questions, ask me anything. And I'll tell you what I know. I'll tell you what I've figured out. I'll tell you what I'm still trying to figure out. And that was a really important part of it. It's a beautiful sounding truck out there. And being able to say to him or to anybody, there are things that I'm trying to figure out. Let's try to figure them out together. There are things that I kind of have figured out. There's some ideas that I have. There's some things, some patterns that I've noticed that maybe you'll notice, and maybe it's good for, maybe it'll help you if I tell you what I've noticed, and you can see if that's relevant to you. Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. And so putting some of that out there too, I think could be worthwhile for somebody. When I announced, or when I explained to a lot of people, sort of like the Facebook announcement of, hey, look, I have diabetes and it almost killed me, I actually got several friends commenting, hey, I do, or my kid does, or somebody I know does. I've grown up with it, or I developed it later on. If you need any advice or if you need any help, reach out, please let me know. And I think a lot of people with it really are looking to be able to give and to share and to support, because it's an interesting condition, disease, diagnosis, that you don't just get it and say like, okay, well, we wait and see what happens. You live differently because of it, and you have to choose, not just that you're limited, but that you have to choose things, and you have to make decisions differently because of it. And your decisions are monitored, and you can see what's happening because of how you chose and because of what you did. And it's definitely something that I'm making more and more choices, and they're explicit choices, they're precise choices. Whether I get it, really, really well under control or not, this diagnosis shows that it's something that I have to be on top of. It's something that I have to make sure that I keep a handle on for the rest of my life, or else it will be the thing that kills me. It will be the thing that allows or leads to other things killing me. I can't remember how I started that sentence. What was the grammar? What was the syntax of that sentence? And how would I finish it? I feel like I just sort of like ended it with the ellipses. So anyway, so this is my attempt to put out there not just really not answers, not answers for anything, but observations. So not answers is the first thing. Observations is the second thing. To put out their questions that I have, to put out their ideas, to put out their experiences, to put out their sort of, like requests, and to put out their even as unimportant and as irrelevant as it is probably to a lot of people, just to put out my reactions and what it's like and what I feel like. It's a diabetes video web log, my Diabvlog, which means that it's not going to be a textbook and it's not going to be polished. Maybe it can be a springboard to resources, or it can be a stop along the way to resources. And I really hope that it's a hub of interaction with other people, that other people that have insight, or other people that have knowledge, training, education, experience, information that will help me and other people. So this is just an introduction. This is just sort of the hey, hello, howdy, how are you? Look at me, please watch me. This is, the start. This is sort of the promise of more to come. I think I screwed up the syntax of that sentence. I have no idea. I can't remember how I started it and whether the ending of that sentence actually fit. I think it was fragmented. So, and let's see where we go from here. I think I am going to call it the Diabvlog. Diabvlog. Maybe labialize that. Maybe with a Diabvlog, Diabvlog, yeah, Diabvlog. I think that's perfect. I think that sings. And then, of course, there's also the fun part of trying to figure out the technology and the sound. Like right now, I think I'm talking inside a big tin can. I think that's probably what it sounds like. And, figuring out how to make that a little more pleasant. This could be fun. All right. Okay. So, until next time. Bye. Diabvlog. Diabvlog. Diabetes video log, or diabetes video web log. Diabvlog. Diabvlog. Yeah. I can see no problem with that at all.